Another day, more session pickups for my collection. These ones actually coming from Australia. So these are obviously Indian issues, the Big Fun, Guts and Glory cards, all in really nice shape. These are three that actually I just added this one to my collection recently, but it's a really poor condition. So these are my first three Guts and Glory that are in nice shape. So I was really happy to grab those. This seller had some really cool stuff, and he obviously had been collecting Sashin for a while, and yeah, he offered these up to me, and I said sure. This one is a center fresh oversized. These are all oversized cards. I'll show you kind of the size difference compared to regular cards here in a second. But I believe this one is a 1997 Guts and Glory. This one's actually marked as 1996, which is pretty neat because Sachin obviously doesn't have many cards before 1996, so it's great to get an earlier issue. And then this one says on it that it's a 1999 series. So was really happy to pick those up. Super cool oversized cards. When I had seen pictures of these in the past, I thought they were regular size. So when I finally got, this is actually the first one I picked up, which you can see is not in great shape. When I picked this one up, I was like, wow, that's a lot bigger than I was expecting. This is probably the most valuable card from the lot. The 1996 Golden Wicket. I did have one of these at one point. I ended up selling it and kind of regretted it. So I was really happy to pick this one up in really nice condition. Probably a near mint to mint card. Nice corners, and even the black is not really poorly chipped or anything like that. So was happy to pick that up. And then some postcards. So for my Indian friends, Indian watchers out here, if you know anything about any of this stuff, let me know. I don't know a ton about all these cards. Would love to know if any of these are more rare or sought after than others. By the way, I did want to mention this is a cool one. This is not printed in 1990, but it has some imagery of his first Test 100, which he scored in 1990. It was actually the first, I guess, the youngest Indian to ever score a century. But these postcards all have the same kind of back. Archie's, I guess, was the company. Are these sought after? Are these very common? Would love to know more if any of my Indian friends out there have any information. And then this last one is also an Archie's, but it's oversized compared to the other postcards. Really cool. Very nice. And then I got two really neat items from him that, again, I just don't know anything about. I don't own anything else like this. These pluses are hand-drawn, so I'm guessing this was some kind of like printing. This was going to go into a newspaper or a magazine. Just kind of a neat drawing of Sachin, and the back is blank, and it's obviously hand cut. This is not a straight line. It's kind of hand cut for the printing, I guess. I don't know anything about this. I've never owned anything like this. So if you guys know anything about what this could have been, or if you're familiar with this image especially, would love to learn more. Please add that in the comments. And then this was really a neat, card. This is more like a greeting card. It pops up and it says, "The matches never end till the last ball." I just thought that was super cool. Hadn't seen one like this before. And you've got Ganguly and Sachin on that. And on the back it says Zen Cards 2000, so it's dated. But again, I had not seen this before. Maybe these are super common. I don't know. But I just thought that was really neat. So yes, thanks, mate. Same seller in Australia sent me all this stuff, which was really cool. And he had some other things I was kind of interested in. An early Brian Lara card that I didn't have. This wasn't even really on my radar. This is a 1995 Futura. So, rookie year, you could say, for Lara. He does have a couple like team cards earlier and one kind of unbranded card, but 1995 is widely considered his rookie year, so I was happy to pick those up. And there's some other cool cards in there too. You got Steve Wall as the man of the series. There's some Warren photos in there as well. A couple of Carreras. I think these are 1933 or 34. Wally Hammond and Sutcliffe, two of the top 10, 12 batters of all time, just absolutely dominant forces for England in the 20s and 30s. So I was happy to pick those up. I did not have those in my collection. So he had those. I was selling them for a reasonable price, picked those up. I didn't have this more modern Bradman with Wall in the back, so grabbed that. And then I actually didn't have this. This is the 1948 Wheaties Krispies. This is obviously not a good copy. There's much better copies out there, which I'll probably pick up at some point. But for now, was happy to grab one of those, add that to my collection. Added a second copy of the Turf. And then this is really cool. He had this, and I thought, I should pick that up. This was actually a Matchbox from, I think, I want to say it was the mid-1930s. Not mint condition, but these are really cool. In Jody Bridges' book, she actually talks about these. I don't know how rare they are, but Stephen Fleming told me this is, in this condition, probably a $50 card. So was happy to pick that up. So that was really everything I got from our Australian friend. I thought that was a pretty nice set of unique things that I was really happy to grab today, and just opened this package today, so I'm still excited about it. And I did want to share this. I actually made a short video about this, but these are two very special tickets. This was a different purchase, but these I got from India. This is Sachin's last test match and the first day of the last test match. And the reason that this is really special, number one, when this came out, there was a lot of media coverage in India that it was going to be Sachin's last test, his 200th test match. And, these were selling for high prices to go to the match. But you can see the perforation here. It's very, very rare to find these in any condition, but almost impossible to find not used. So, bought this from a guy in India who is a big-time collector, has the biggest MS Dhoni collection I've ever heard of, probably the biggest MS Dhoni collection in the world. Signatures, memorabilia, jerseys, gloves, everything. So he had some really cool stuff. So I wanted to pick that up just because, that's just a really rare thing. I figured if I didn't get it now, I might never be able to get one again. So that was really cool. And then, speaking of Dhoni, this is Dhoni's first test match. So 2005, Dhoni obviously a legend in Indian cricket and in international cricket. Wicket keeper for India for a long time. And, so that's his first test match. And, very rare to find these two in really nice condition as well. Was really happy with that pickup. If you guys know anything about any of this stuff, please let me know. If you have any more information on these tickets, like how rare they are, or if it's something that you actually can find. I really don't think it is because this guy was telling me how rare they are, but just let me know. I'm always looking to learn. Let's spread the love and kind of share knowledge. That's kind of why we're doing this. So thanks, everybody.